Boom. Alright. Issue should be resolved. I don't know why that crashes my OBS, but it does sometimes. I want to try this. But yeah, this was a Derek deck. And it was pretty cool. He had Iron Patriot over Swan. I made a change there. Because I think Swan is pretty good in Lockjaw Thanos. I don't think it did very well for me, but I was having some fun with it. What's up, Surf Lewis? How's it going? But yeah, man, how about that OTA? What an OTA. One of the OTAs of all time. Another 20 trillion plus one buffs that won't do anything. Weird patch. Weird patch. I have thoughts, I guess. It's kind of what I expected. Let's pull. Is it up in game now? Oh yeah, I got 500 credits from the thing today. That was cool. Balance updates, April 10th. What if we buffed a bunch of cards by +1 power and then nerfed 2 cards by -1 power? That would be truly the wackiest timeline. Rocket and Groot, pretty deserved, to be honest. Great card. Probably still a great card. Fair change, I think. Modok, weird choice to hit discard with this. Weird choice. I thought they would have done something a little bit more targeted at the Bullseye deck. But they just hit Modok for a point, which, I mean, I guess that's fine. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. So, incredibly light nerfs, but wasn't really expecting too much in the way of nerfs, personally, so I'm not super bothered by it. Wait, is the stream? Yeah, the stream is up on YouTube, right? It is, okay. Yeah, it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there'll probably be rare occasions where that 1 point matters, but it's just a confusing way to go. Because, like, I would think they wouldn't want to hit the non-bullseye discard stuff, because it's not as consistent. It's like the most minor hit possible, so I don't think it matters very much, but it was not what I was expecting. And then buffs. We got a bunch of 1 point buffs. The first Ghost Rider. I wonder if this is going to be a card like Dakin, where it kind of sucks for like a year, and then it gets like 1 or 2 more support cards, and then it suddenly becomes very good. Because Dakin sucked for like year and a half or something. What's up, Lamp? Dakin sucked for a long time. Dakin was pretty bad. What's the train badge? Current hype train conductor. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm happy they gave it a power. I don't think it fixes the it doesn't fix what makes the first Ghost Rider feel bad to play, I don't think. Because I was really excited for this card, and maybe we can try and cook with it, but every time I've tried to cook with it, we end up burning down the kitchen. It just... There's a very specific subset of cards that are good with this card, and I found it hard to build a deck around that. But maybe we can go back to cooking and try and figure something out. We'll see. But I think this is going to be a card where eventually it will be strong, but it probably needs more support rather than buffs or nerfs and stuff. Devil Dino getting +1 power. Dino is so back, said like nobody. Probably good for lower CL players. He's so shangable now, yeah. Yeah, don't really have much to say there. Patriot and Bishop. low key, I think they should have given both of these cards +2. Or made Patriot a 2/2. Hell, they could have made it a fucking 2/3, but I think they'd be more likely to make it a 2/2. I think Patriot should have been a 2-drop. Patriot feels like a relic of old launch MarvelSnap, where the effect was like, not many cards were like buffing wide like that. But there just aren't a lot of Patriot targets outside of doing Ultron stuff. And I think making it a 2-drop would have just been better. I think they could have made both Bishop and Patriot 3/3s though. And that would have actually made me a little more excited to brew with these cards. Because right now I'm having a hard time finding, like, this patch didn't give me a lot of motivation to do something new, and that's very unfortunate. Because I think right now, with where I'm at, like, I think Snap is in a good state balance-wise. I don't think there's too much in the way of, like, balance outliers. Sam Wilson's probably still a little overtuned, but, you know, it's not breaking the game in half. There's a lot of variety. If we look at Untapped... If you look at Untapped, like, it's a pretty open meta. If we go to meta... I don't want latest patch. I want last 30 days. I guess let's do 7. Do the last 7 days for a recent read on the metagame. In top 10% Infinite, most popular decks are Scream, Thanos, and these various control piles. Followed by... What's the next most popular? It's just a different iteration of Thanos. Some people are trying Kahori stuff, but it seems kind of cope. This is just top 10% though. Let's look at top 50. Scream is represented much higher in top 10%. I don't know why Scream isn't more popular. Like, if we look at the general player base, Scream is pretty low in popularity, isn't it? I guess like 7%, but like relative to its strength, feels kind of low to me. But it's like a pretty open metagame. Like, there's not anything. The most popular thing are these like control piles, but I don't even think they're that good. I'm surprised there is. I think the reason there's such a big part of the metagame share, yeah, if you look at the decks, see how many decks these all have, and this one has 140. It's because the cards it's using to group this are just like generic mid-range cards, like Galacta and Kitty and these guys. Like, there are a lot of these decks. Every other deck I'm facing pre-infinite is 80-90 is Scream or Bullseye. Those are the good climbers. I mean, if I were to recommend someone a good deck to climb with right now, it's probably Scream, Bullseye, or Thanos. Those are the big three to me. And then you can, if you're seeing a lot of one of those, you could try and target one of those decks. But this is showing across all of Infinite right now in the last 7 days. So I guess the point I was going to bring up is I think we're in a balanced metagame, so I'm not surprised to see very little in the way of nerfs. I kind of expected that. But I think it's a little bit of a bummer the buffs aren't very exciting. I was hoping there'd be like, you know, one card in here that got either a rework or a bigger buff. I think Patriot was a missed opportunity. I think people could have really got behind a 2/2 Patriot or a 3/3 Patriot, and I think 3/2 is just a bit harder of a sell. So I think there's some missed opportunity there, even with Bishop, but mainly Patriot, because I think Patriot's actually like an interesting card to build around. It just needs a little bit of help, and they gave it a point, but some cards get more out of 1 point than others, and I don't think Patriot's going to be getting a ton out of it. It does make him a little bit harder to Red Guardian, which is nice. But I think the issue I take right now, this is more of a personal thing, probably doesn't apply to everyone. I've played most of these decks a lot. Because if you look at most of these decks, a lot of them have been around for the last few months, right? In terms of like things that are a bit more new and recent, we have the newer iteration on Sauron, which I played a little bit last night. I actually think this deck is quite good. And I really like how the Sauron change kind of made way for a new version of Surtur that doesn't feel as like annoying to play against as the old one did. So I think that's good. I like that there's like a stream down. Is the stream down on YouTube? No, it looks like it's still up. Oh, wait. No, it's still up. Stream should be good. Maybe refresh. Anyway. I like how this is like a big guy's deck. It doesn't have any protection, so you are weak to Shang, but I could see this kind of ebb and flowing through the meta depending on how much Shang is around at a given time, because it does put down a lot of stats. I think the buff to Sauron is really good. Starbrand was a nice addition to the deck. Feels solid. So I'm happy that is kind of a newer thing. Thanos, the new... That is not the popular version of Thanos. Here, this one. This deck, basically, they just took a lot of the ongoing cards from ongoing Spectrum and jammed them in Thanos with the release of Goliath, and it's been quite good. So happy to see Thanos playable again. He was gone for a while, and I thought it would be hard for him to ever come back between Cassandra and Gorgon. I thought he was just going to catch too many strays from the tech cards, but he is resilient. He is resilient. So that's nice to see, because I think generally the game is more interesting when Thanos is around, as long as he's not like breaking the game in half, and I think he's found a pretty happy medium right now. And there's another deck, wasn't there, that is relatively newer. I guess Khonshu. Khonshu's kind of newer. I like that this is around. You might call him inevitable. Yeah, crazy. This is also a newer deck where it's like the old school Apocalypse discard, but now has a little bit of a different way it can pivot to with Khonshu. So those are like the three decks that have been newer. But a lot of these other decks have been around for a while, right? Like, oh, didn't mean to do that. A lot of these other decks have been around for forever. Mr. Negative, Scream. There's a new iteration of Scream, but it still is fairly similar in terms of like what it's doing. It's just a bit more tech-based. Bullseye, still the same. Most of these decks haven't really been changing very much. The ongoing deck lost meta share because of Thanos becoming the new ongoing deck. I threw 200 SP, so I'm kind of just messing around. Yeah, I pumped like 80 SP last night trying stuff. Didn't go very well. The Modok nerf was undeserved. I kind of agree. I thought they would take a point from like Bullseye or something. I think it's kind of weird to take a point from Modok. I would have preferred they went for the more popular version of the deck rather than like a card that's in all the discard decks. So I didn't really get that. As you can see, my well, this one went okay, but when I tried some spice, didn't go very well. This deck was fun though. Thanos Lockjaw, but yeah, we do a bit of pumping sometimes. At least they didn't nerf Darkhawk again. Yeah, true. True. But yeah, I've been thinking about it, and it's like I'm conflicted. The Modok nerf has Matt written all over it. He had to have Scream back on top. Scream never left. Scream's been on top, bro. If you look at top 10%, it's the second most played deck in the game. It's very popular, high up. Also has the best win rate in high infinite, it looks like. I'm genuinely surprised this deck didn't eat a small nerf. I like Scream, so I'm not asking for it, but I'm surprised given its performance. But I think I've been a bit more bored recently, and I think the reason for that is there hasn't been much to cook. Like, the cards that have come out have not been good cooking cards. It just, like, I mean, Conchu is kind of cool. There wasn't a ton of room to cook for it, but I at least like the design of it. The other cards, though, Goliath, generally good ongoing card. Kind of boring, but, like, it helped elevate ongoing Thanos a bit, so cool. I don't mind that, but not really much to do deck-wise other than that, or maybe some regular Spectrum ongoing. Captain Carter has just not been it for me. And if you want more Carter thoughts, check out the video. Put up that today. Basically did a little discussion about, is Carter too weak, and also looking at the most recent 6 season pass cards, because, like, we just went through, like, a half a year period where the game has been dominated by the season pass, and I think they're trying to edge us off of that. Like, we're trying to get away from that a little bit, and I think it's good to not have the season pass card define the game, especially if it's a generic card like Iron Patriot and Sam. But I think these more build around ones, I think it's usually better when they lean a little towards it being stronger than on the safe side. Because I think usually it's easier to see an outlier and correct it than it is to justify boosting it up. Because right now, I think they're probably thinking about buffing Carter, but they're going to be like, all right, we're going to wait for Dum Dum to come out and see if that helps. I'd say, well, maybe they thought the OTA stuff was going to help, but let's be real. The OTA isn't doing anything to the current decks, really. Let's see. Let's see if this does it. Isn't it Dum Dugan? No, you had it. Oh, no, Dugan. Oh no, you had it right. Oh no, you put an N. Now it looks like the bot just doesn't have this one. Yeah, I honestly think Ultron would have been a cooler pass card. It's the Capitals again. Oh yeah, that's right. We ran into this before. Okay, nope, it didn't work. How about this? What does Dum Dugan do? Alright, if that didn't trigger it, the bot just doesn't know about this card. Let's try another one. What does Ghost Rider do? Oh, maybe the bot's down. No, it's here. Damn you, Hiketron. Fix your shit. Anyway, this card, your front row cards here have +1 power, can't add power to itself. Although I feel like this card's a little awkward, because in order to play it in the back row, you have to have filled out your front row, and you presumably want Captain Carter in the front row, so you have to play this on like turn 5 or turn 6, because you can't play this before Carter if you want to stack them. So I don't know about this one. It's like oftentimes it'll be it's a 2/5 in a deck that fills the board. So maybe it's okay in Zoo or something, or Thanos. I don't know. It's an ongoing. Kind of weird it can't buff itself. I guess they didn't want it to be a 2/4 by default. That makes sense. I think Carter is a bit too awkward at 4. Like, that's how I feel about it. And I get why they're playing it a little safe, and I think they have the right idea trying to tone down the season pass a little so it's not like splitting the game in half. But I think Carter is the wrong card to do that on. I think the cards you want to be more safe on, I think the cards you want to be more safe on are the generic cards, and she's not a generic card. She's like, I drew a lot of comparisons to Agamotto, because Agamotto, it's funny, if you look at the list, Agamotto is the only one of the last 6 months of past cards that has not gotten nerfed. Where's my graphic for this? Past cards, here it is. Photos. So, out of all these past cards, the only one that hasn't been nerfed yet has been Agamotto. But I don't think he's gonna get nerfed, because he's not as strong or popular as any of the other ones. Maybe eventually, depending on how things change, but he's like kind of higher. Like, I thought it was kind of silly when people were saying this at first, but as I watched like the different decks people built and how the data reflected it, he kind of is a higher skill ceiling card. I think just in terms of the deck building, I think if you build your deck around him poorly, or you just try and throw him in, you're gonna have a bad time. But if you build it right, he's pretty good. Like, he's pretty good, but he's like very, like, I don't know. He feels more fair to me than the like, sometimes you have really blowout moments, but let's see. I want to do decks. How are Agamotto decks doing? I didn't even see them in the last 7 days. Top 10%. Pretty low play rate, honestly. The Thanos deck seems to be doing alright, although, what the fuck is this? Thanos Lockjaw, but with Enchantress and Shang. There's a lot of copium going on here. I've played a lot of Thanos Lockjaw. I don't think these are cards you want in Thanos Lockjaw. When Sam get nerfed, they changed the shield. I did see Toxie was updated. We can talk about that. The shield was the nerf to Sam. He'll probably eat another nerf at some point. Let's see. Toxie. Spoilers and data mines. The OTA had another hidden update. They've changed the text and stats on Toxie. In addition, they also changed the release date to April 17th, which means maybe we'll get her in high voltage. Getting 2 cards in high voltage would be pretty rad. That would be pretty nice. And this text is cool. I like the idea of this card. I don't know if it'll be great or not, but it's at least, like, this is interesting to try and build around a bit. Maybe you play this with Carter. You can't play Carter till turn 4 anyway, unless you get Zabu. So jam down Toxie, get a 4/5 Carter. Interesting design. So yeah, I kind of like this one. I think it's neat. It's like kind of like a smaller Gwenpool, except a little more conditional, but very neat. I'm curious how they're going to release this. So it's possible the date is wrong, but I think there are 2 possibilities. Either they're doing 2 cards in high voltage, which would be cool. I'd be very for that. Or they're getting this card ready to release with the patch, and it'll be the first like Series 4 card that comes out directly into a pack. Which I could see this being that type of card. Wouldn't surprise me. I kind of want to do a thing about high voltage, because like it's very funny to me that the reason so many people love high voltage, right, is because it's a more casual mode. You don't have to try super hard. Hell, you don't even have to win. You just have to do your quests and get it done, and easy. But it's kind of ironic that the way they structure the quests, it's actually the most demanding in terms of how often it wants you to log into the game. Like, you don't actually have a very real path to grinding it out just by playing the games. You have to time it so you're logging in every 8 hours and getting the quest done. They should just stack. I completely agree. It's weird to me that for the mode that is the most celebrated for being casual, like the way they structure your progression feels very anti-casual. Because for true casuals, if you're logging in maybe once a day, you're not getting high voltage done. You really have to do those quests, and once a day ain't gonna cut it. So yeah, I agree. I think they should stack, or at the very least, let it go up to like double what it currently is. I think just having 3 be the limit is too small. And it really punishes the casuals that, like, I feel like the mode is made for. Like, it's not going to affect people like me or most of the people here in chat who are, like, dedicated. I had to spend gold last time because I was busy during the week. Yeah, like, you're definitely not alone on that one. Like, I feel like a lot of people end up in that spot where it's like, well, I don't always have time to, like, pop in 3 times a day, you know? I think it's casual on the casual competitive spectrum, but in franchised on the casual and franchise spectrum. Yeah, I think the way the rewards work, I think that's a good way of putting it. It's casual on, yeah, like the gameplay side, but like the actual progression side is a bit more asking you to be a more active or enfranchised player, which is a weird mix. It's kind of strange. So if there's one thing they change about high voltage, I'd like it to be that. Because it's not something that affects me, but I think it would just make people happier. But yeah, this is interesting. I'm curious to see how this card drops and when this card drops. And I think this is more interesting of a build-around card than any of the cards that have released so far this month. It's just kind of a... I feel like we're feeling the effects a little bit of I think they're trying to tone back the power creep a little, and it's making for cards that are having a hard time finding space. But even power creep stuff aside, I just think a lot of these effects are, they just don't give you much to build around. That's like kind of what I feel like I'm missing right now. Is I love brewing decks, and I feel like I haven't really had much to brew with in the last few weeks. Like, Conchu was relatively straightforward, but I think he was a better brewing card than Carter or Kahori or Goliath. Ultron, I think, will be the most fun brewing card of the month for me. Surely he doesn't fall flat on his face. Surely not. I would be so sad if Ultron was bad, because I'm very excited for this card, and it would make me sad if he's not very good. Strange is also at least, like, I can't tell if this is good or not, but this is at least an interesting build around. It presents a condition where it wants you to do things that current decks don't do right now. And I think that's what we need more of. I think we need more cards like this that say, hey, I want you to build a deck in a different way. And it's kind of hard to do that with one card, and I think that's why we get some more basic cards. Strange and Thanos. Yeah, it could work with Thanos, right? Just eat up your stones. Kind of fun. And then Stomper. This one doesn't inspire me a whole lot, but it seems decent. Every YouTuber is saying Ultron will be bad and Strange will be the best. Oh, we'll see. Activate can be played so much around, but it's got the big downside that's worthless on turn 6. Yeah, from a design standpoint, true. I think that's part of why we haven't seen as much Activate. It's a little harder to position it. But yeah, it's just been like, I feel like I've done so much deck building and playing different things, and I want new things to try. And I feel like between the OTA and the recent new cards, I haven't got a whole lot of new things to try, which is a shame. Because I've been having a great time streaming, but like, what makes Snap fun for me is the deck brewing. Like, that's the part I like the most about the game. And so when it's hard to brew decks, it's just more boring to me because I've played all the popular decks like a million times at this point. And so it's like, I don't have any like balance issues with the meta, but it does feel a little stale in terms of like, it feels like most of these core archetypes have been around for a while. It absorbs the power. It does. Is this just way better Eson? I think so. That's a low bar though. First Ghost Rider, Hella C6. That's my OTA cook. That sounds fun. I have some stuff to try today that I thought looked cool. We have this one. We have this Red Wing Ghost Rider stuff. I really want the first Ghost Rider to be a good card. Like, I was so excited for this card before it came out. And then I spent 2 days of trying to make it work, and it was not good. What's up, Blue? It was not good. And I feel like he's kind of like Dakin, where he's more work than it's worth to build around right now, but you give it like 1 or 2 more very good support cards, and it'll probably become good. Yeah, I think even Firehair was the most hyped up card of last season, and like, it's fine, but it's not many of the cards have had this huge impact, I feel like. What was last season? Last season was Firehair, Conchu, I mean, I think Firehair has had a decent amount of success, but it was definitely probably the most played card outside of the pass. Where are the other 2 cards? I can't even remember them. Ross? Was Ross one of them? No, that was January. No, that was February. Wait, no, last month was March. Where are the other? Eson and Starbrand, okay. Eson, so incredibly forgettable. So incredibly forgettable. I'm kind of sad that Eson ended up feeling so not great. I thought I was down on him, and then he came out, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, and he came out into a Shang meta and just got obliterated. Let's see how he's doing. Oh yeah, Blue, I got hooked up with the untap stuff. So now if you ever need untap stuff, I can return the favor. Also, exclamation mark untapped. If you don't have untapped and you want to get it, use my link and get me a small kickback. It's a great deck tracker. Top 50%. So we have Arishem. It's just it's Arishem all the way down, isn't it? I know Husky has like a different Eson deck, but it's just all Eson. Funny, I looked up Pocket Med on Untapped, and this was just a skull and a revolver. I'd say that summarizes the Pocket Meta pretty well, wouldn't you? I feel like, wow, what is this? What the fuck is this? Booster farming deck? Cerebro something? Not a lot of Eson, though, and if there is Eson, it's usually Arishem, it looks like. Which is sad, because I don't like Arishem. Bummer. What about Starbrand? Starbrand has been making some waves in this deck. This deck's pretty good. I played a bit of this last night on the hot location. I liked it. I like Sauron as a 2-drop feels so much better. It's cool. Yeah, maybe with more skills out of the game, Eson gets more value. The other thing that's hard with it is, like, he's a 6-drop, so if you want to get value out of Eson, you usually need to ramp him out and you have to play him on 5. Because if you're playing him on 6, he's not gonna. He usually doesn't do a ton for the cost. There's a Starbrand double up deck that's really fun. Do you have a list for that? Because I tried something like that and did have some fun, but I guess we can look and see. I played a little bit of a deck like that. Is it one of these? One of these might be mine. No, I wasn't running Luna. But I was trying something similar to this. It was cool. Luna, Eson, and Ultron. I don't think Eson's worth playing there. I mean, I guess you could. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like it'll just be better just running without him, but maybe you could try it. The problem is you need more generation outside of Ultron, because if you don't get Ultron, it doesn't do anything, right? All right, let's grab this code. Let's delete this deck. They ruined my Patriot Ravona deck. I will never forgive you, Second Dinner. How could they? Oh, this is pretty close to what I was playing. Yeah, it seems fun. How useful was the Shang is my question. Was the Shang actually good? What's up, Stefan? I always feel weird about Shang in decks like this. I guess people don't expect it. What did I have in here? Ench is more natural than Shang. I kind of agree with that. I'm going to do that. Just because, like, it's good tech, it's a better body, and we can use it to shut off our big stuff if needed. But yeah, I like the idea of this. Ben and Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs? I think I'm Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's gang. Don't have it very often, but when I do... Moonstar. I think we're gonna start with this one though. Some spice. I also have. You gotta have a Cope Ultron deck on Patriot Day, so I'm doing my part to put Cope Ultron on the map. Should this deck have Sam Wilson? Probably, but it's probably better than Gorgon, but I wanted to try Gorgon, but the more I look at it, I just feel conflicted because I don't like how the shield takes up a spot like against your Ultron, but the shield is good with Cap and Carter and stuff. So I'm conflicted. But I'll probably make the change just because Sam is OP. And we're already running the other captains. Yeah, it's good with every card except Ultron. And I think it's good enough to where you're okay with it getting you one less drone. Just because of what it puts in your other lanes. But yeah, that's my Cope Captain Carter deck. Ultron, Patriot stuff. Does anyone else think that Patriot should have been a 2-2? Where are my 2-2 Patriot fans at? I think that's the natural progression. I think that's where we're going to go next. I think they're going to be like, okay, 3-2 didn't move the needle. Let's make it a 2-2. Or 3-3. Either would have been cool with me. Although I think 2-2 is more, opens up more possibilities for the card. Because, like, I think it's easy to fill up on 3s in these Moonstone decks, but you're a little more limited on the 2s. 2-0, same as Cerebro, still has Ravona synergy. I'm not worried about the Ravona synergy, because most of the Ravona Patriot stuff has never been great. Remember the Forge, Brood, Absorbing Man Patriot deck? Sure do. I was Iron Patriot before Iron Patriot was a card. You would be broken at 2? I don't think so. I don't think you would be broken at 2. This card feels like... This card is a relic from Fair Launch MarvelSnap, where he was like one of the few cards that actually did a good job at like going wide with buffs. If you were around when MarvelSnap first came out, you might remember that Patriot was one of the better decks in the beginning of Snap. I feel like at 2, he would still be like the 3rd best 2 in his own deck. Yeah. Patriot was last playable in like high Evo release week. It wasn't that long ago. Patriot was playable during... I have a very distinct memory of when Patriot was playable. It was like a year ago. It was actually just under a year ago because I was going to my sister's graduation. And it was during... it was during the... When, like, I think Spectrum Ongoing was popular. And there was all that... I think it was right after Leech Blink got nerfed, I want to say. They did something. I don't remember what they did, but I remember very specifically jamming a bunch of Ultron Patriot after a patch in the hotel room and it being good. I don't fully remember the context, but I remember there was a time. Yeah, he was also a second copy of Surfer in the Forge Brood decks, true. Was it Sandman Ultron? Yes, it was. That was what it was, right? It was Sandman Ultron. I think that's what it was. That sounds right to me. That was like a year ago, a little under a year ago. Oh, you know what else it was? It was Anti-Venom too. I did some Anti-Venom Patriot stuff. Anti-Venom so you could run Ultron and Onslaught. That was fun. Oh, and Malekith. Malekith was the other big release that made me want to play Patriot because it statistically gave you better odds of both finding your Patriot and finding your Ultron. But yeah, I think he'd be I think he'd be totally okay at a 2-2. And I think he'd be much more flexible to build around. So I would have liked to see them do a little bit more with him, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do in the future. But other than that, we also have a Sarah Monkey deck we're going to try out. Who knows if it'll be any good, but +1 Bishop, baby! And Bounce, too, I guess. I remember running Invisible Woman and Patriot back in the day. Yeah, that was a classic. Old school. Patriot was my second to last Series 3 card. And so I was really annoyed because I wanted to play Patriot and I just didn't have it. Also, where's my Discord? I guess I closed it. No, it's over here. Let's see. So, I have a idea for a video project that I think will be cool. Also, wait, I gotta show you guys this. I got the Deadpool Secret Lair in the mail today, and this was the bonus card. Arm was offering with Jeff, with Jeff and Gwenpool. I thought that was great. It makes me want to build a deck that can actually use this card. Where you just give your opponent annoying stuff. Open this too. But I love the art on this, so I was pretty pleased that that was there as the bonus slot. It's a foil too, you can't really tell, but the art is quite nice. There's another one, Blacker Lotus. So, even if you're not a Magic person, you're probably familiar with Black Lotus, because it's so iconic. Well, there are 2 bonus cards. You could get one or the other. This was the more rare one. And so, if you're not familiar with Magic, Magic does this thing called silver bordered sets, where they have like wacky cards that aren't legal in any competitive format. And one of them was Blacker Lotus, which it's like the iconic Black Lotus, but instead of adding 3 mana, you add 4, but you have to tear the card into 4 pieces. Or multiple pieces. But I loved the the art they did on it was great. I thought that was fun. But yeah, I got this one, but I kind of prefer this one. I like the art on this. But yeah, I was thinking about snap packs and the acquisition stuff, and I was reading all the comments from people, and I feel like it's probably not going to be the wisest thing to do, just because of like I've seen how this type of content does on YouTube, and he usually doesn't do very well, but I want to try and do it anyway. And so the goal is I wanted to basically give people some decks where it's like, okay, I'm a returning player. Let's say I quit the game. I finished Series 3. I quit the game. Now, obviously, you'll have some Series 3 cards that rotate down. But because they sped up Series 3, you should be able to get all the Series 3 cards you missed if you were previously complete relatively quickly. And so what I did was I wanted to put together a list of like solid decks that can hold their own, where you only need 4 Series 5 cards. I guess 4 or 5, but I think these are all Series 5. And so I looked through all the decks and I realized you can actually build a decent amount of decks like this. And going off the calculations we did in the video, if a free-to-play player is doing all their quests and getting that, like, what was it, like 17K tokens a month, in a little bit over a month's time, you should probably like, a month and a week, something like that. You should be able to, well, no, you need 24, so maybe like a month and a half. Maybe like a month and a half, roughly. But you should be able to get 4 specific Series 5 cards you want. And that'll be faster if you're like a pass player, or there are bonus credits from login rewards or alliances or whatever. But I looked through all the decks and I was like, you can build a decent amount of these decks, or at least a starter shell for them, with only 4 Series 5 cards. So I made a list. Some of these are like fully complete, like Surtur Sauron, Move Bounce, and Mr. Negative. Those aren't even like budget versions. You just get the deck with 4 cards. Whereas other ones, you get most of the deck, but you still can like upgrade it further with another card or 2. Like Discard needs like another Series 4, like Meek or what's his name? Grandmaster. Meek or Grandmaster makes that deck a little bit better, but it's totally playable with just these 4 and all the Series 3 cards. Scream, similar type of thing. Even Ongoing Thanos Zoo, like you can have the solid bones of it with these 4 cards. It's probably better if you have stuff like Speed, but there are budget alternatives. So I put together a list here of 7 decks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 decks. And so I'm planning on doing a video about this, and I think it's smarter to put it out closer to the release of the packs, but I want to do it sooner, so if someone's thinking about coming back, if you start now, you'll have more time to build up the tokens, and that way it'll take you less time by the time the system comes out. So I might do this soon. But generally speaking, in Snap, returning player or budget content does really, really bad. Because that's just not the audience who watches the game most of the time. I'm hoping with the pack news stuff, there are some people eyeing returning to the game. I got a few comments from people who were in that boat, so I'm probably gonna try it. But yeah, I don't know what the interest in something like that is, but I do think it would be really good to have a on-ramp for people, because that's kind of the biggest thing the acquisition change solves. Is right now, if my friend who played MarvelSnap when it came out wants to get back into it, it's kind of hard to give him a path of how to do that, other than like, okay, well, do your dailies and play with what you have, and keep an eye out for the spotlight weeks and figure out what you want to work towards. And it's very convoluted because of the spotlight system. But if you can just target whatever cards you want, you have a very real path towards getting these very viable, strong decks. And I think that's a good way to get people back into the game. So I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. Alright. Let's do a little bit of playing the game, I suppose. Let's try this deck. I returned around 2 months ago. Even though I get so many Series 3 cards, still feels like I'm missing a lot of them. Yeah. Were you Series 3 complete when you stopped, or did you stop before then? Because I guess depending on when you stopped, a lot of cards have dropped down over time. Man, I would love a discard card. A discard card would go hard right now. Say less. Stopped around 3 months after the release of the game, and I was around 70% Series 3 complete. Okay, that makes sense. So you still had a little bit of a ways to go. Oh my god. Fucking random 2099. Yikes. All right, so I'm gonna go. This is a heck of an Arishem hand, man. One heck of an Arishem hand. You think like a 3/1 or 3/2 Carter would be too busted? Yeah, I think it's an effect because of how it scales up. You probably don't want it being a 3-drop, because of how it works with Surfer and. All right, so we're gonna go. Wait, this goes, move it to the right. Okay. Blue with the Prime for 28 months. Thanks, Blue. Hope you're doing well, friend. It's actually this. Song request. Can do. I can do that. Queue it up. Add to queue. So Blink will upgrade this into Hulkling. Oh wait, I am stupid. I thought I was upgrading the Ghost Rider. Well, I'm probably dead then. Right? Galacta, Shang, Galacta Bird. How did they get 2 birds? Valentina? Where the fuck did this come from? Yeah, created by Valentina. Suck my nuts, Arishem. Yeah, let's just... So ridiculous. Let's just give them a fucking Victoria hand. A Victoria hand won them the game, by the way. Because otherwise this would have been -2 and we would have won tiebreaks. I should have probably... For some reason, I was thinking we were going to upgrade the Ghost Rider, but we weren't. Oh, Arishem, some things never change. What do you think of Infinity Ultron with Surfer? Yeah, I think that'll be cool. I think that'll be cool with Luna. It's one of the things I want to try. What's up, Emma? Welcome back. Holding, I guess. Surely we draw something to discard here. Everything will be great. Alright, well, we've probably lost the game to Sam Wilson. Unlucky. Alright, well. Oh wait, oh we need Black Knight to do the bridge. That's so dumb. I guess I give Magneto the bridge. Ew. If I want to activate this. I think I do. Might be wrong. Probably is wrong. I mean, we're probably already dead because of Rickety Bridge. But maybe not. There's nothing to upgrade this Jubilee with, sadly. We drew all our big dudes. So instead, I guess I'll just do this. Red Hulk for Hulkling? Yeah, that should be fine. Just do this and go straight to the right, I guess. How they haven't snapped here is fucking crazy. They have Prio. So I can do this and yoink the Gwen. It's not ever enough, right? Also, do you see this little card down here? The card. I think it's their Iron Patriot? Not sure. God, I hate Sam Wilson in Rickety Bridge. It's so dumb. It's like... Unless you're packing a Red Guardian, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. I mean, we would have been fine if you found the Black Knight too, I guess, but we didn't. Bum, bum, bum. Giganto, yeah, Giganto works too. If you want a slightly bigger dude. Well, we do have Red Wing things we can do, but we don't really have a, a desire to do the Red Wing things yet. So I'm just gonna hold. We can just pull it with Ghost Spider. Well, that was a fun and interesting game, MarvelSnap. I could have gone for the Red Wing pull, I guess, but it's like, yeah, that was fun and interesting. Learning a lot about this deck. Hulkling is a Hella. Okay. Discard, please. Okay. Probably should snap this. Actually put it here. It leaves it, yeah, the old location, just in case this is bad. What's in the box? It's Magneto.
We are the future. I am reborn.
Don't you fucking dare. Okay. I mean, second best hit, but could be worse. Now I'm sad. Do I want to play the Sif still? Probably. Definitely, because if I draw Ghost Rider, this gives me better odds of drawing Ghost Rider too. They're Modocking. What's in the pool? It's Colleen. Oh, but they're gonna lose their Conchu. I should save this for the final turn. So we'll go, we'll do this. Yoink. Sponge equals OTA. Yeah, pretty accurate. What's up, Cyrus? Jeez, calm down. So we have a Hulkling we can bring back. It's gonna... It's awkward because if I play the Blink now, I'm not able to spread out my power as well. But if I play this, I can never put the thing over here. Maybe that's okay. I think it is. Okay. Okay, so if their play is Conchu, I will win. Or not Conchu. If their play is Apocalypse, I will win. If it's Conchu, I will lose. Let's see it. Oh, I guess Conchu's a 50-50. Hope it's just a Apoc. We're good. Let's go. First Ghost Rider in C6. Yeah, not the first person to bring that one up, surprisingly, actually. Alright. Getting some cubes back. How we doing on the Alliance stuff? We're almost halfway. People usually go hard on the weekend. It's a genius idea, yeah. Well, that's why it's surprising two people thought of it, you know? I didn't know chat was so gigabrained. But yeah, what an OTA, am I right? Please clap for the +1, -1. Also, please clap for the Emperor Hulkling that's actually a Hulk. It's not lore accurate. We learned it from watching you, surely. I guess everyone's breaking out the Aranias today. It's a hand. It's definitely a hand. That's a Scream. I'm confused. Thank you. The OTA literally changed the game. Yep. That's factually correct. It did literally change the game. I'm confused why there's a Scream here. Did this person just get Scream? Thank you. Oh no. We got the Infinite? I needed to not get the Infinite. That's bad. Am I just supposed to do this and then jam Magneto? Probably. Thank you, I guess. Am I getting Heimdalled here, though? I feel like I might get Heimdalled here. I don't know. Let's find out. Cinema, yeah. Absolute cinema. Running Scream in a traditional move style thing. Well, shout out to the opponent for giving me a dagger. That was pretty nice of them. Am I getting Heimed here? Probably. Damn it. Damn it. That is unfortunate. What a cook. What a cook. One of the cooks of all time right there. That's not one I can do. I can do this, I can do this, and I can do this. Well, we're not off to a great start with our cook. Unfortunate. One and 4. All right, it's a card. We just need a big thing to discard. There are 3 of them in the deck, so. What are they thinking about? Probably if they should play a bear or not, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good. A lot of people run Ravonna with Patriot. I feel like his buff is more of a nerf. I don't think too many people actually ran that combo. It was pretty niche. That said, I think they should have went a different direction with the buff. Sheesh. Okay. I mean, I think I still go over them. I think I'm taller than them. Yeah, I think they should have buffed Patriot either more or by lowering his cost. Because the reason Patriot doesn't work very well is not because of him having 1 power. Moon Girl. They're mooning me. I mean, I should probably snap, right? I don't think they're gonna outpower me. Snapping seems good. Just put our big dude here. And then a Red Wing here. Oh no, we can't do the Red Wing thing. Although I guess I could if I go... I think I'm just going to play the Red Wing for stats. Rather than try and pull a thing out with it. We'll just play the Red Wing. Hulkling copying hell is kind of funny. Do I think I'm ever going to need more power in the middle? They don't have a second Victoria, so I'm not that scared. Nice. Feels good, man. Slowly unpumping, surely. I really like playing Black Knight decks, but god, do they feel so abysmal when you don't draw the Black Knight. Feels so clunky. Do 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 do. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. YOLO Red Wing time. Is it YOLO Red Wing time, or do we just discard the Infinite? If I discard the Infinite, the Red Wing is getting worse. Red Wing might just discard the Infinite for me. So let's let the bird do his thing. The banana Red Wing cannot be stopped. Okay, that's fine. Would have been very sad if it pushed it to the right. Okay. Any Ghost Riders? It nerfed me specifically. Modok is unplayable. Now what will I do? What's up, Unhelpful Yoda? Bruh. Oh, no. No. Alright, Hulkling Hella. Hulkling Hella. Hulkling, please. Hulkling, please. When we need him most, he vanished. We're very dead unless we get literally Hulkling Hella. How do you think Infinity Ultron will play? Like half of the stones don't make sense? I don't know. I think they make sense. It's like... I think it's going to be a card that really benefits from ramping out, though. Like, I think just playing it on 5 probably is kind of weak. Okay. Well, the good news is they didn't snap our unfortunate circumstances. That clown emote is how I'd be feeling after this game. There was a bit of clownery going on. And we get the little bug where it shows us the SP from the last game. That's been happening a lot. I noticed on mobile too, where it will like not show you the results of a game and then it'll be like one game behind. It's weird. Do 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 do. All right, we have some of the cards we need. Game, please. Oh no. That's one of my big cards I needed. No. Needs to cost 2 elixir, bro. Agreed. I completely agree. Well, chat, we might be cooked. They might have cooked us by burning our Hulkling. He was so young and full of life. Now he is gone. We can discard the blink and bring it back. Didn't seem great though. But I mean, what else are we fucking doing? I guess we do this and we hope we top deck a big thing and then we can blade and double Ghost Rider the Karmatage. That seems to be our best bet. Okay. Cooking. Okay, wait, this is actually winnable. This is winnable. There's a 50-50 that this Sif will become an Infinite. And if it does, we're saved. And if it doesn't, we're sad. Let's see. I'm surprised they didn't do that too. Infinite, please. Oh, I forgot. I played the Blade last, so it was actually unlikely that that happened, but it worked out. Pog. Beautiful. They have to give us a boring OTA. Yeah, I don't... my question is, like, who is the patch for? That's what I don't fully understand. Like, who is seeing this patch and is like, yes! Finally! Modok is 7 power! They really are listening! Or Patriot and Ultra, or Patriot and Bishop have 1 more power. Get them another Game of the Year award stat. Just odd changes. Show me a Scream deck that's good, because I feel like that deck has fell off. Not only has it not fallen off, it's actually one of the most played decks at top 10% Infinite. But yeah, I can show the Scream decks after this game. There are 2 different ways you can go with Scream right now. There's a tech-focused one that runs like Killmonger and Lady Deathstrike and Uncle Ben, and then there's like the regular one, which is just moving their stuff around. Made it sound like Kahori would be good in a Bishop deck. Yeah, that was odd to me. I didn't really understand that. Also, look, Negasonic's riding the bird. Look at that. Cinema. Actual cinema. Do I even do this? Probably. Okay, wait. I need to undo. Alright. Activate. Yes. I'm like 5.5k collection level. Don't have a lot of cards, but I got Scream. Don't know what to pair it with. Yeah, I can show a deck. The nice thing about Scream is the stock Scream list is pretty budget friendly. She's actually one of the more budget friendly decks, which is nice. This Hulkling's actually very bad because it's a Taskmaster. I'm just gonna stack. Maybe I should have played it right in case we get Blink. But I'm not feeling super optimistic about this. Okay, yeah. Definitely not feeling optimistic. I guess we could get Ghost Rider on the right. Pog. Surely this works. What's a good Iron Patriot replacement? I want to spend the 6K on Ultron. I would just wait. Honestly, I don't think Iron Patriot is required to have anymore as it used to be. He's good, but he's not like... You're not at a significant disadvantage if you don't have him anymore, I think. Whereas, like, before the nerf, I felt like you were. So I would just play another good 2-3, probably. Kind of regret Ghost Spidering the Sif. But see what happens. You don't need Iron Patriot in the Scream deck. Like it's decent in the standard version, but I don't think cutting it makes the deck that much worse. Yeah, we'll pull up the decks after this game. Oh, I'm so dead, right? I'm so dead. Oh, come on. Boom. Dude, fuck me. Are you kidding? If I left the Sif there, we were fine. Actually, wait, no, I'm not dead because of Magneto. Magneto saves the day. We're not dead. Let's go. I figured they were going to fill the right so Magneto wouldn't get a pull, but he did get a pull. Pixel Ghost Rider Supremacy. Look at him. Would hate to run into this motherfucker in a dark alley. Alright, let's pull up. I'll show the Scream stuff. Alright. Top 10%. Scream. I guess we'll do 50. Alright. So, these are the two most popular versions of Scream. If you're lower CL, this is probably the one you want to be going for because it's more budget friendly. However, you can make substitutions for some of these cards. So, yeah, most of this deck pretty replaceable, but like the cards you need are like Scream, Seaball. For Rocket and Groot, you probably want another 3-drop. So we're going to look to replace this and this, right? Iron Patriot and Rocket and Groot. Oh, you have Iron Patriot. Okay, then we don't have to replace that. Maybe Jug then, honestly. Jug is pretty good, especially if you're running Iron Patriot. Probably just Jug, I think. Jug, or you could do one of the other like good Series 5 3-drops, but I don't know if you have those, like Copycat or Red Guardian or stuff. But if you don't have those, Jug is probably the way to go. I mean, Jug might just be the better way to go regardless. But yeah, I'd recommend Jug in that spot. Should do just fine. Yeah, Jug isn't the greatest Scream like procer because you have priority, but sometimes you can just steal the game or be very impactful. If you want a different kind of card though, I think another way you can go is Mobius isn't bad. Red Guardian's good. Unfortunately, most of the generically good 3s are like the higher series ones, sadly. A lot of the budget 3s are like kind of mediocre. Maybe Negasonic? Yeah, I mean, that's if you're grabbing priority a lot, this card might not be bad. Glad just for power. Glad's fine. You could play a Glad if you want. Yeah, I think that's the way. I think that's the way I'd go with this. Is yeah, I think Glad would be fine for this. Just gives you a good body. But Scream, pretty budget deck overall. I know some of them run Bob over Kingpin, but you don't need Bob. Bob's fine. Or Kingpin's fine. If you have Ben, you could throw in the Killmonger Uncle Ben package just without the Death Strike. I mean, you could do this deck. You could do this version where you just lean a little bit more on tech too if you have Ben. They're both good though. What's up, Ogene? Yeah, late night stream. Yeah, no problem. I hope it works for you. I do think Scream is one of the better budget decks in the game. Like, as long as you have Scream, Sam, and Cannonball, like you can make it work, I think. Marbles, sure. We can do a marbles race. Let's do a quick marbles race. I should update this. Marbles after dark, yeah. Marbles at night. Wait, ever said no to marbles? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm scared, yeah. That sacrifice that is still fresh. I have to restart marbles. We also have to read the reactions to the patch. That's like half the fun of patch day for me at this point. Especially if it's a boring patch. I love reading the reactions. A little react content. I always check 3 main places. It's like I'll check the Discord, I'll check Twitter, and then I'll usually check KM's video, his comments. Zap Invasion Machine. Sounds good to me. Let's get ready to roll. Yeah, I think Rocket and Groot was needed. All right, exclamation mark play to get a marble. If you're new here, this is something we do from time to time. We race chatters to the death in the form of marbles. What is this? It's a big cat about to press a button. Looks like there's a split path on this. How they left the 2-drops alone and hit Modok instead of Bullseye's beyond me. Yeah, I think Bullseye should have taken the point of power instead of Modok, personally. Weird choice. This one looks pretty fun. Give another minute or so for people to make their way into marbling. You've got nothing to lose. You just have to believe in your marble, and then anything is possible. Patriot's just a bit less Red Guardianable. Yep. Now Zabu can protect him. The cat's gonna snap, yeah. Red Guardianable is now a word. It sure is. Alrighty. We'll give it the 30-second countdown. Get in while you can. Get in while you can. Exclamation mark play. I want to see the skin. Oh, there's a marble on this marble. Ten marbles. One of them is not going to make it out alive. Actually, roughly, probably 4 of them are not going to make it out alive according to the average, but we'll see. Go, 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 go. Who's going to get the W? Still remember my first Series 5 was a post-Nerf Zabu, and then I got the Spotlight variant a few weeks after. Ouch, that is rough. Zabu sucked for a while. Leo Mako in the lead. Poor Ray got off to a little bit of a rough start. It's early in the race, though. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in the race. You never know. Absolute Cardboard taking over the lead, followed by Emma and Stefan. Yeah, the other marbles bullied you. Feels bad, man. Who's gonna make it out? Also, this map has a pretty high death rate. I'm wondering when that happens. I had like 40% death rate. Ogene in the lead now. Absolute Cardboard taking over, though. What are these? What the fuck are these? Are these lasers? No, that's just an aesthetic thing. Okay. Damn, Absolute Cardboard kind of crushing it. No, there's an ad. Fucking. Why didn't you warn me, Twitch? Twitch has been really bad about that, to be honest. Normally, I just snooze the ad for marbles, but. Dude, my marble is so stuck. Oh no, dude. Oh no. I better not lose. I need someone to DNF. Yeah, apologies for the ads. The Twitch didn't warn me. Normally I snooze it. Although I guess if you're in ads, you can't hear me saying this. Look at Emma go. Although wait, Absolute Cardboard's all the way up here. What the fuck? Although he's getting slowed down by the cubes. Getting slowed down by the cubes. Gonna allow the other marbles to have some chance to catch up. I'm still wondering where all the death comes from in this map. Bro's flying through. Stefan's trying to catch up, though. Dude, how does this map has a 40% death rate? We haven't seen any marbles die. Like, I haven't even seen an opportunity for a marble to die. Oh. Oh. It's gonna come down to the wire. Oh, that was very... Stefan almost snuck through. Although Absolute Cardboard's struggling to get in. He's struggling to get in, dude. What's going on here? Oh, there he goes. Bro is fucking... He was doing tricks on it. Congratulations to Absolute Cardboard with the W. Yeah, he was showboating. Bro, look how far back some of these marbles are. Alright. I need my marble to get with the program here. Go, marble, go. What's up, ELA? How's it going? Leo Mako somehow... Oh, the Wall of Death came for him. Yeah, this map didn't actually have a lot of traps. I thought there would be a lot because it had a high death rate, but... I guess the death rate is just because it's a long map. Some marbles get killed by the wall. I guess the estimation was correct. If we look at the results, yeah, over half of the marbles died. Wait, Bash Dazzle died first? When did that happen? I thought Leo died first, but I guess not. That's unlucky. Well, as is tradition, you must make a sacrifice. And today that sacrifice is Bash Dazzle. He didn't come in last? Apparently not. Apparently not. These are the final results. So 07s to Bash Dazzle. Very experienced Marvel Racer, but everyone has their off days. So we salute them. We appreciate them. And we'll remember them from now until the end of time. Good luck. Godspeed. See you on the other side, friend. Thank you for your sacrifice. And let's get VIP to Absolute Cardboard. Boom. Thanks for playing. Back to our snapping. Back to our Ghost Wing coping. Not gonna lie, I was sweating a little bit with that one. I thought I was gonna lose. Apocalypse. That is so silly. That is so silly. I can't discard it now for the Ghost Rider. Fuck. Was it actual Shuri Enjoyer? I think it is. He is a Red Hulk. Sad. Sad. Oh, he's playing Clog, probably. It's the only deck that runs Magic and... Oh my god. Yeah, Viper. Yeah. It was a bad snap, bro. You should have snapped first. I was leaving regardless, though. Remember when Red Wing put a card down after it moved twice? Well, it only worked if it fell in the window. I guess that would have fallen in the window too, though, right? Because it happened while it was still going. Do 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 do. Lady Sif for sure. Or one of our other big dudes. It's not a big dude. Yoink. Don't make me sad, please. You made me sad. After I so nicely asked you to not make me sad, you made me sad. How are you gonna do that to a fella? Not a nice thing to do. There's a chance. This will turn into a big card, Sif or Jubilee. If it's Sif, we get a... Okay. do you think? I guess I can do this. We can do this. If that's like Diamondback, we're probably screwed. Scorpion. Laufey. Got him. They didn't win a lane. Wild. Red Wing is cracked, yep. I dare you to play Wiccan Galactus. That would be counterintuitive to my goal of trying to unpump. Although I'm not trying that hard to unpump, admittedly. Unfortunately, Wiccan Galactus didn't get anything new today. Ooh. Hello. Hello, hello. You tried Madam Web in this deck? I have not. I think the ones are better activators. He's gonna get the extra energy, but sure, it's fine. Better not pull Jubilee, you fucker. Dude, my bird is so bad. Why does my bird fucking hate me? It makes me so mad. Now I can't even play this fucking Sif. Oh my god. Because I gave him fucking bananas, isn't it? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, we have to play the Sif. We have to play this and hope we don't discard the Hulkling. We can't afford the tempo loss. Okay. This card's unplayable. Can't even play it on the left. Awkward. He has like 80 billion mana too. Do 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 do. Ah, we're dead. We're just dead on board because the bird was fucking stupid. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I guess except for discarding the Hulkling, but by then it was too late. It's too late. Conchu. Bro, I need you to stop. I need you to stop getting things that make it so I can't fucking discard you. It's greatly annoying. It's actually very fucking annoying. All right, bird. Okay. Mm-mm. Nice. Oh, yeah. We're very good here. Is that actually where I want to put this? Maybe I put it on the right. Or the left? Oh. It's the Nimrod deck, looks like. I think we just go taller than them, though. Yeah. All right, we did the thing. We're doing the thing. We're balancing it out a bit. Have we broken even yet? Untap, refresh. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Did it refresh? No, it's not loading. Weird. They have 2 cards on a lane, and they then play Titania first, then Green Goblin or Acid Arrow. Oh yeah, the classic, just Titania Clog. The Living Tribunal. Dude, I'm getting like closer and closer to cutting Hulkling. Tribunal is not necessarily bad. We're positive cube rate with this deck. We've got that going for us. Hulkling the worst card in Snap? No, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. He has his moments. Hulkling Galactus. I want to see it once. Surely we get Hulkling Galactus. Alright, that's pretty good.
We are the future.
Most of the pulls here are bad, but I think it's still worth doing. That's fine. Oh. It's a little sad. I don't really need the cards though, because now we just turn this Jubilee into a Infinite. They're definitely not running Shang in this deck, right, chat? They'd never run Shang in this deck, really. Ghostwing do be wild. Are you able to blink Red Wing and hit another cardboard? Not cardboard. I saw the redeem. Hit another combo. If you're asking if you can like proc Red Wing twice, unfortunately you cannot.
Coping so hard. Coping and seething.
We're coping and seething. Just kidding. We're coping and winning. I don't know. This started out kind of ass, but we're pulling it around. We're pulling it around, bringing it around town, as they say. I think we're back to positive cubes and even win rate. Untap must be under some stress right now because it's like loading slowly. Cubes are overrated. True. Very true. What did I... Oh, I want to see how the video is doing. If you guys don't know, if you got here a little later, new video today. You can check it out here. There's also a giveaway thing for a portable phone battery charger thing. Because they were nice enough to sponsor the video. I think it was a good video too. Talked about pass cards and if Miss Marvel or Captain... fuck. There are too many captains. There are too many fucking captains. Can't keep them all straight in my head. If Captain Carter could use a little bit of help. You know who could really use a bit of help, though? Me, in this game. Because if they find Sam or Soulstone or a variety of things, I'm in danger. Actually, this is okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Not, like, you know... what I'd be hoping for, per se, but could be worse. This hand scares me a little, though. Okay. Oh, wait. We just win. We just win because... So, here's one thing I like about this deck. That I noticed has happened a few times now. Since we don't run a lot of... We don't run a lot of smaller things. Or, like, not smaller. We don't run a lot of, like, 4s and 5s. If we draw our Ghost Rider and our Blink, Jubilee always turns into a big thing. Which has been pretty handy. I think the Rocket and Groot nerf was like 1-point changes are always going to be smaller impact, but I certainly don't mind seeing it on that card. All right, let's do a quick gamble. Prediction. Quick gamble. Do we think this variant we're going to pull is going to be a new best in slot for whatever card we get it for? This is going to be my new favorite variant. What do we think? Yay or nay? Also, speaking of variants, the ones in the shop today absolutely bang. These are all awesome, and I like them a lot. But I'm not going to buy them because they're 700s, and I'll probably get them naturally. Because I have a lot of the 700s. I fucking love this one. Ice Cream Malekith fucks. Grocery Store Gambit also fucks. They all kind of fuck. Fucking David Tennant ass Sebastian Shaw. Here are the way people are voting or predicting. Pretty even. I really like all these, though. I think they're good. And I like that we're getting more 700 albums. Well, I think the trade-off with Rocket and Groot, right, is the later you play it, the worse it is, and it's a lot worse if you don't have Prio. All right, boom. What do we got? New Biss. I like this. I am doubtful it's a new best in slot. Because I have some banger Magnetos. We got Black Prism, though. Yeah, I've gotten 5 of the... We've gotten 5 of the album things. I haven't bought any of these. We're just filling them out. I would have preferred one of the new ones from today, though. But yeah, it's not going to be a new best in slot. Because I have a few other Magnetos I like better. Namely the Pandart ones and this mech one. Probably the Jim Lee one. I have a shit ton of Magnetos. Look at all these. It's not bad, though. This is one of them for sure. Yeah, I like the Rivals one, too. Also, White Suit Magneto, pretty cool. I love the mech one, though. I think there's just something so cool about the mech one. That's my jam. Rivals hits hard with refraction. Let's see. I should have that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's some that look really good with refraction. Like, what? This one? This one doesn't hit quite as hard, though. There are a few I really liked. Dazzler with the refraction looks really good. Oh yeah, I bet it looks good with Invisible Woman. Where is she? I was using psychedelic. I actually don't know if I have refraction on her. I do. How does this one look with it? Yeah, this one looks very cool with it. Dude, the Triceratops Invisible Woman's so silly. This is so silly. I ended up with like most of the dinosaurs unintentionally. Oh, can we not search by... Oh no, this works. Look at all these dinosaurs. I didn't buy any of these. I guess I bought the Iron Man. That was a bundle. All the other ones I got randomly. What's up, Ari? Did you get last season's Conquest Debris? Yeah, I get the thing every season. I do grind out the Conquest. I like this one. We got we hit max mastery on Iron Man the other day. Look at all these fucking Iron Man variants. We have 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 15 Iron Man variants. So many Iron Men. The car one is so silly. When do you unlock refraction? It's like a mid-level unlock, isn't it? Did I get the mech bundle? I did not. I did not get the mech bundle. Too expensive for me. I haven't really been spending very much money on MarvelSnap, to be honest. I haven't even bought the Hella one, even though I kind of like it. I really enjoyed this episode of What If. This was from season 2. I thought this was a good episode. It was one of my favorite. Would you think it's worth it to buy the Luna bundle for 5K? If you are interested in Infinity Ultron and you do not own Luna Snow, I think this is a good use of your gold. Or if you just have other Luna Snow decks you want to play. My rule of thumb with things like this is don't get it just because it's a card you don't have if it's not a card you think you want to play. What's a good Luna deck right now? We can check. Let's see. What does the game say about Luna Snow? Luna Snow decks. Top 50% infinite. Looks like some people are just jamming her in Thanos. Thanos and Surfer seem to be the Luna decks of choice. Looks like there's some rogue high Evo stuff. Not a huge believer in high Evo personally, especially Magic versions, because of there's a lot of reality stones out there right now. But if you're excited about Infinity Ultron, I think Luna is going to be like a must-have for Infinity Ultron. Being able to get that card out a turn earlier and play 2 stones on turn 5, I think makes that card significantly better. What's up to Carlo? Hope you had a good stream the other day. I had to raid and dash, but I hope it was good. Or I guess raid and run has a nicer ring to it. But yeah, I guess the main homes for right now are in some Surfer decks and in Thanos. Which, like, not a must-have card in those decks, but probably fine in them. But I think the real big home for her is going to be Infinity Ultron decks. Mind you, I'm a pretty big Infinity Ultron believer. It's more like I'm believing in the hope that it makes him good. I have no idea. I haven't really thought about it super hard in terms of how I want to build it, or we'll probably do that on Monday or whatever. Just finished Snap Judgments pod. Nice. Nice. But yeah, Luna doesn't have a ton of homes right now, but I think it's pretty value. And it's a great variant. I thought about it mainly because of the variant. I like the variant a lot. And I have a lot of gold sitting around, but I'm going to be using this gold in the not too distant future. Should play Hagatha Arishem. I don't think I will. If you don't know, I'm a little bit of a Arishem hater. We even have an emote. We even have a thumbs down Arishem. He is not my vibe. What do you need the gold for? I'll show you. Well, I don't know exactly how much I need, but I'm saving it for this. Saving it for the Rian album coming next month. Just over a month. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Break out my handy dandy calculator. I need 9,600 for these. Oh, I got my Rian Secret Lair today, too. That was cool. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with those cards. I ordered the Rian Secret Lair and the Deadpool Secret Lair. First Magic product I've bought in a long time. Also, we get the little Rian Cassandra. The rewards for this are good, too. They, PMV, some borders, a Rian Cassandra, and 6k tokens. It's pretty good for something I was going to get already. Let's look at the variants. Are there any other Rians releasing this month? Been hunting the Chibi negative for so long. It's a good one. Dude, it's crazy how terrible the store is for actually showing you what you want. It really is. I've been looking for this Jen Bartel Hulkling because I really like the art on it. And I got Hulkling like... When was Sanctum? Sanctum was like a month ago? Was Sanctum a month ago? Or was Sanctum... The Sanctum was February because that's when Sam was the pass. It's been like 2 months. Hasn't shown up. It's very rare I actually like go for a variant that is not like, you know, a new one. So I haven't had to deal with that in a long time, but here we are. All right, so no other reans in that month. What about this month? I really like all these. I think they cooked with these. These are great. Yeah, the reans are 1,200. Glanced over the OTA, talked about the snap packs, data mines for June. Sorcerer season looks fun. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, the reans, all the rean ones I think are 1,200. I don't think there are any 700s. This is my one big snap purchase I'm gonna be making is for this gore bundle. What's up, Tectonic? I know. I used to be a pretty exclusive late night streamer, but I figured we'd do a little later on OTA day. Oh, well, that's fun, Calibrex. I hope you have a good time. Fun stuff. Always nice to get some vacation going. Alright, are there any other variants I'm interested in? It has been kind of nice, though, not feeling like I need to buy anything. Snap has not been enticing me. Yeah, wait, why is there such a delay on the Goliath variant? Isn't that's coming out soon too, right? Yeah, it comes out on the 17th. What the fuck? It's weird. Oh, really? That's exciting. Yeah, I remember he announced he was having a kid a little while ago, right? Good for him. Yeah, I like this Goliath a lot. I'm gonna grab that. It's weird they delayed it. Like, normally if it comes out later, it's usually like a patch later. But there hasn't even been like a patch. Weird. Been sitting on 10k credits for 3 weeks now. Only splitting because they forced me to stay below 10k. What you can do if you want to spend your credits but still protest splitting is you can just split the cards you want, but don't actually press the split button. What was the Thanos deck I was playing that had Hulkling? Oh, you mean last night? I'll show you. It was a slight iteration on Derek's Cook. As you can see, it didn't go very well, but this was the deck. I made one change. He was running Iron Patriot over Black Swan. I think Black Swan's better, personally. You also don't need Kyra if you're not running into a lot of Shang, but yeah, it was, dude, the late night queues are such a ghost town sometimes. I got a lot of rematches. I didn't play very much last night. As you can see, I started off pretty well with the Sauron deck, and then this deck sucked. And then I closed the game. The Sauron deck's like pretty good. I actually liked how this one feels. I like that Sauron's a 2-drop now. Yeah, there's just not much to talk about with the OTA, right? Oh, but you know what we can do? You try my Moon Girl Cook. Which one is that? We can do a little bit of OTA reaction, although there's not much to react to. I like to react to the reactions usually. I'm sure there's gotta be some hot takes. I don't even think they posted on Twitter. I was trying to like quote tweet it and they didn't even have it. Also apparently the dagger is still bugged. Someone just posted this. Was there an OTA? I didn't even notice. See you and everyone else playing the game, apparently. Let's see. Marvel. Did they post it on the Snap or the second dinner account? I don't even think they did post it. MarvelSnap. No, they didn't. They literally... Bro, this OTA was such a fucking nothing burger, they didn't even tweet it. They didn't even tweet it. They just let the fucking content creators tweet it. Alright, well, what's the biggest post from a content creator? Probably the Bugle. What did people say? Red Wing bundles, so it makes sense. Pathetic, terrible, zzz. Disappointed sigh. Yeah, not too pleased. What about coping with Sarah Monkey? I'm a fan of Sarah Monkey. It's one of my lists I plan to try out. Let's see. The other place I like to go, I like to check out the comments of Cam's video. It's always interesting to see. Sort by top comments. Shrug is definitely my reaction to this. Yep. I think so many people are just like confused, and I think it's understandable. Like, my hope is that they can learn from this patch and the general reaction to it being like, okay, I'll just go to sleep. And like swing a little harder next time. I'm playing Pocket. That ranked would make me want to play more. I played a little bit, but I have friends who've been doing the rank grind, and after watching their suffering through it, I have no desire to chase the end of it. They did announce something, I think today or yesterday, what the reset will be, and that seems not so bad. So I thought you would have to reclimb the whole thing, and I was thinking they're genuinely making the most masochistic card game experience I've seen in my life, if that were the case. But apparently you don't get dunked down that much each reset. But yeah, I've been seeing Blue and Safety have been grinding it out, and I just don't have a desire. I don't have a desire. It's crazy how much of a grind it is. It's a massive grind, and if I want to grind a card game, I don't think Pocket's it. If I can guarantee a new card with my keys, should I use it or save them after the packs get added? So I think it depends on what cards you're going for and stuff, and how much you want that card. Here's my general advice that I've been giving is, if you can get 2 cards or more in a Spotlight week before the update, and you actually want to play those cards, probably worth spending your keys. If you're only going for 1 card in a week, unless you've already opened keys and you can guarantee like 1 card for 1 key, I think it's not worth it. Because at 2 keys, you'll have 6k tokens and you can get any card you want. Pocket at the point where it was predicted to be when it came out. How do you mean? I think they're being light-handed to see what happens with the economy update. Well, I think the reason they're being light-handed is because it's a generally balanced meta, and they're like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I agree with that in a sense, in that they didn't really need to nerf too much, but I wish the buffs were more exciting. Kahori no bueno. Kahori's fine, but boring and kind of hard to build around. Like, really the only places I've seen Kahori that I've liked are... she's okay in Thanos, but not a must-have in that deck, but she does okay. And I know KM had a Victoria hand deck that worked pretty well for him, and she seems fine there. But I tried like investing more into it, making a more generation-themed deck, and with Quinjet and that stuff, and it just felt too fair. It felt too fair, and there's not enough payoff for doing it. Kahori Dino. I watched Ika play a bunch of Dino, and that scared me away from ever wanting to play the card Devil Dinosaur again. He had a rough time with Dino, man. It's not Dino's time. She's not bad. My problem is I just wish the more recent cards made me more excited to deck build. They haven't been very exciting for deck building for me. Like, none of the cards this month have made me be like, oh yeah, like I have all these ideas I want to try with this. It just hasn't. I don't think they're bad cards, although Captain Carter's a little bad, but that's pretty fixable. But the other two are like fine. I mean, Goliath is even good. It's just not super exciting to me. Soon though, yeah, soon we will have Infinity Ultron and he'll save the day, surely. And if you don't know, we're on the front page for Ultron Day, so I'm gonna do a long ass stream on Tuesday. Should be fun. Galacta's boring but great. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I have the problem with. Galacta, kind of generic, right? Just a good stats card. But Galacta has, and even Gwenpool, I feel like they have more interesting payoff elements that help with deck building than Kahori does. Like, Kahori, the main big payoff is like, oh, if you hit his Shaw, it can pop off. But Galacta and Gwenpool, it's like, oh, you have Brood, you can make a really big Brood. With Gwenpool, you can buff up Mysterio. I just think they have more interesting, like, potential for deck building. Where Kahori, it's like, the only deck building you're doing for the most part is just trying to have stuff in your hand. There's not really many cards that, like, care about the payoff other than Shaw, and most of the hand generation stuff doesn't want to play Shaw, so it's just hard to like find something fun to do with it for me. It doesn't mean it's a bad card, it's just I'm hungry for something that makes me want to like deck build more. Let's see. Rocket and Groot nerf made me fall to my knees. I like buffs that don't necessarily immediately affect the meta. Having every OTA rework the meta might be fun for deeply entrenched players who keep up with it, but I can see plays on the shitter Andy cracks open Bishop, Sarah, Mysterio to be annoyed / confused by decks exploding in and out. Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna keep doing that anyway. I guess that's an argument for why they might not do it every time. Nocturne was best in slot, nuked into oblivion. I think that's a little bit of an overstatement, but Rocket and Groot was perhaps best in slot, nuked. No, I wouldn't call it nuked. It's just I remember how much lizard power mattered before, and after he got nerfed and then buffed again, he went from everywhere to never seen. Now he's played quite a lot again. Yeah, true. Damn, this sucks. It turns out when the OTA is boring, all the takes are boring too. They're depriving me of my favorite OTA content, is finding like the one guy who absolutely fucking hates Bishop and is mauling about the change. We found that for the random Wolverine buff. I guess the closest we have to that are people who are sad that their Ravonna Patriot stuff doesn't work anymore. That's probably the equivalent of this patch. Yeah, nothing super interesting, but I guess it makes sense. I think the things I've taken away most from like people's reaction to the patch is I think the deck that has the biggest target on its back in terms of like community sentiment is Bullseye. Bullseye seems to be the deck I see far and away the most complaints about. Have I cooked for Ultron yet? Not yet. I haven't done my brewing yet. Although I'm definitely gonna do Surfer stuff with Luna. That seems very fun. Yeah, 1 point nerf definitely did not kill Rocket and Groot. That's for sure. Look, now they're unplayable just like Nocturne. It's like, bro, no. The card is certainly not unplayable. It's a drastic overreaction, I think. These devs are too scared to make huge changes unless it makes them money or stabilizes a huge threat to the metagame. I do think they play it a little too safe on these. Although I think the reason they play it safe is because I think they're more cautious about it, not because of like the long-term players, but because of the pool 3 gamers. I really wonder how many of those, I wonder how many pool 3 gamers exist at a given time. Something I'm very curious about. Also, this is good. It's a good segue to bring this up. Oh, why did I have to post stuff today? Now it's harder to find the post. I'll just go to my profile. I was curious, how long does it take to complete Series 3? We know they doubled it a while ago, right? How long does it take? And so I tagged Lauren because I was like, well, if somebody knows the answer to this question, it's probably Lauren. Either Lauren has done the math or she knows where to find it. Because I did a little Googling and I wasn't finding anything. I was like, okay, let's just ask the person who's known for doing the math. And she came through and delivered. Series 3 complete is at just under 4,000 collection level. It costs 194,000 credits, but you get 36,500 back along the way on the collection track. That means you need a net of 157,000 credits. If you were to buy these at the default rate, it would cost just under $1,600. Oh, really? This is why Lauren's the GOAT. And then here's how long it takes in time. Roughly 31.5 weeks. So what, a little bit over half a year? Can I sell my account for those $1,600? Yes, but be wary of potential tariffs. Depends who you're selling to. There actually is an underground market for Snap accounts. I don't know that much about it, but I remember looking into it like, I don't know, a few months after the game launched, just because I thought it was interesting. But yeah, so I was curious like how long it takes. So yeah, like if you're starting fresh, it's going to take like a bit over half a year to get through Series 3, which honestly is not terrible given like it used to be way, way worse before they doubled up the speed. It's kind of crazy though, because that means if they got rid of the doubling, it would have taken over a year to do Series 3, which is absurd. Also, I don't remember if I showed this on stream the other day, but it was so funny to me. I'm gonna show it again if I haven't. I think I tweeted this after stream. I don't remember though. This was in a YouTube comment. Math time. Each day you'll get 50 tokens. That means you'll get 750 tokens each week. 7 times 50. So if you ever wondered why your opponent may have stayed in a game of MarvelSnap where they literally lost to you playing nothing on the board, maybe they're doing a little bit of math time. To them, I think what happened was maybe they tilted their head a bit, and then the X looked like a plus, and then that's how we got here. But this kind of cracked me up. I was just like, I don't know what to. I'm not sure how much help I can be here. Because a lot of people were doing math in the comments, and there's a reason I defer math to other people a lot of the time. Because I just don't like doing it, but I think you should be able to do 7 times 50. I think if you can't do 7 times 50, we're a little cooked as a society. The schools need to be reopened. That math isn't mathing, yeah. Damn. I love the vibrant colors they use in these. They're very nice. I don't really need the stuff. Did I already do this? I did. I might get this, though, before it ends. Really like these, but yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I love fucking Smoothie Kate with the dog. That's fire. Actually just fire. Creative House Pocket has definitely become one of my more favorite newer editions. I guess they're not newer anymore, but I saw someone comment on this one and they thought she was holding a cigarette, which had me laughing. Like, bro, you need your eyes checked. I get it if you're just looking at the smoke, but there's a cup here. Fire though. Yeah, I love this Malekith. If I didn't already have the Rian one, this would have been a insta buy for me. This one actually is fucking heat. Look at the Jeff too. Silly Jeff. Can we make Jeff a good card again? What do we need to do to make Jeff good? It kind of sucks how all the space for 2-drops is so narrow, you know? Like, it's like we have so many 2/3s now. He's not like bad, but like gone are the days where you're looking for. I guess Jeff really just benefited from the fact that there didn't used to be as many 2/3s. Lockdown stuff was more relevant, and just the flexibility of moving it was very handy. And I mean, the moving flexibility still is handy, but there's just so much more competition. Yeah, like the problem is like we got so many more good 2-drops that Jeff, when you move Jeff once, gain stats. I don't think they'd do it. I think they're very reluctant to make a 2/4 with pure upside. Like when we look at the 2/4s, it's like this has the downside of your opponent can move their stuff too. Colleen has a deck building requirement downside. Mysterio has a spacing one. Spider-Man's probably the closest thing we have to a no downside 2-drop, but the downside is he might go where you don't want him to go. I would love to know, like they put in the OTA comments, like they're hoping this change makes the first Ghost Rider a bit more appealing, and I'm just like, for who? Where they were hoping this would help him with Khonshu. It's like, bro, have you? I genuinely question if they have tried to play a Khonshu first Ghost Rider deck, because I was someone who was really excited about the idea, and then I tried it, and holy shit, it was so bad. Because the main problem is if you don't get your like combo cards, your deck doesn't do anything. Snap packs feel a little forceful because optimizing requires getting every card. Well, optimizing requires getting every card of the current like season, right? I think it's actually really interesting how you can optimize it though, because people can go different routes to it, which is kind of cool. Like I had someone in the comments the other day who was like, yeah, I think they were basically like, I have a lot of the cards, but not all of them, but I think I'm gonna like, I don't really care about getting most of the cards on release except for like 1 or 2 I really like, so they're just gonna wait the extra like 2 months for them to drop into the collector's packs and then get a bunch at once. And I was like, yeah, sure, if you're cool with waiting. I have 0 incentive to continue splitting Sunspot. I have 10 of the 12 current variants, 13th unreleased, 32 splits, only mastery level 26. Yeah, it's rough. At that point, you just like wait for new variants to come out, I think, which is not very fun, but yeah, I think most people don't need to have every card either. I think if you asked like the average player, Would you care about getting more cards but having less choice, or getting less cards but getting getting the specific cards you want? I think most people are gonna choose the specific cards they want. Because, like, there's an actual on-ramp path to, like, playing the game now that there just wasn't anymore. And it's also, like, generally getting cheaper, too, which is nice. I'm looking forward to the packs, man. I really am. I really hope it does something. I hope they didn't wait too long. Because, like, I don't know. We see a lot of reactions within the community and stuff, but ultimately, I think that matters, but I think it only matters so much. I think what matters more is, like, how many people get brought back. And I know there are some people who are, like, still in the community who've been, like, away from the game. And, like, bringing those people back is great. But I'm genuinely curious, like, are they going to do, like, a marketing push for this? Like, how are they going to... If this is the big economy rework where you want to get people back into the fold and say, hey, it's not a bad time to come back to MarvelSnap. Like, are they going to do that right away? Are they going to wait for those theme packs to come out? I don't know. Yeah, I completely agree. For most players, Collection Complete is entirely overrated. It's like, you can do it and check off the box that, hey, I did the thing Ben Brode said I wasn't allowed to do. But if you're not going to play with the cards, who cares, you know? Like, I didn't buy Bruce Banner for, like, a couple months, and I didn't feel like I was missing anything. I like the system, but where I stand, it's better for me to basically always go for the 6K direct buys, bundles, Series 5 cards, base cards I don't own, never touch the packs. Yeah, like, I think for a fair amount of people, just buying stuff directly will be better than the packs. And I think it's great there's an option, right? Because, like, right now, you're just kind of forced into the system. I think giving that choice of, like, okay, you can do a little bit of gambling or go for ones from, like, this recent pool. If you want, you save a little in doing so. Maybe you high roll, maybe you get an extra card. Like, there's some... I think it's important that packs have, like, a fun element to them. That's something I remembered when I was, like, opening some Hearthstone packs recently. It was like, you got to make packs kind of fun, which is why I think they did the bonus stuff with the potential for an extra card, because that's, like, the high roll moment. That's your pulling a golden legendary equivalent or whatever. But I think it's really great that people are going to be able to make their own choice, because there are people who have more fun just, like, working with what they get, and they're probably going to enjoy the packs a bit more. And then other players who just want to build the deck that they like, you now have a very straightforward path to doing that. And you kind of have the best of both worlds. You pick what works for you. So I'm very pleased with it. I wasn't overly optimistic before we had information. I was very much on the wait and see and not holding my breath train, but I think the changes should help fix what I think is the biggest problem with the game in terms of getting newer players up to speed and bringing back returning players. Let's see, are there any first Ghost Rider decks? I need to close some of these tabs, man. I have like a million tabs open. Terrible habit. First Ghost Rider. What the fuck are these? What the fuck are these, dude? Good lord. Shield your eyes. This level of bad is contagious. Alright, low game volume ones. I guess this one's probably the one to play, because at the very least you're like, if you don't draw a Ghost Rider and Gore, you're still playing a confident deck. God, these decks are so bad, man. They're so bad. I was so excited for this card, too. I was so excited. They actually made it cheaper if you miss out, which I was surprised about. Most gotcha / mobile games don't do that. Yeah, I mean, under the current system, like, it kind of sucks if you miss out because then you have to pay, like, full price. But now you have a chance of getting stuff for cheaper through the collector's packs, which is nice. There's an interesting way you can manage this, too. So, like, if you have all the old cards, but you're missing the new cards, like, you can just wait for them to rotate into the 4K pack, and then you could, like, you wait for like 2 of them or 3 of them or 5 of them to rotate into that pack, and then you open a bunch at once and you hope you high roll and one of the packs gets you 2 cards. You can save quite a bit. This is something similar to what I tried. I tried a lot of different stuff to make this work. It turns out that, like, having to get a convoluted 3-card combo that doesn't win you the game a lot of the time isn't very good. It's like, even when I get first Ghost Rider and discard an Iron Man, and then I can bring it back with a regular Ghost Rider or sometimes a Khonshu, it's like, you also need to draw the Khonshu, and then you also need to draw the cards to discard the Khonshu. Just, like, too much has to line up for it to work. I created the spa system, yeah. The spotlight system was I think they made some very weird decisions with their monetization and their just, like, progression systems in this game early on. And I think it definitely, like, I think it made them some money, but I think it really, like, hurt them longer term. And now they're kind of, like, dealing with the fallout of that. This honestly looks like the most competent one of these decks I think I've seen. Which is probably a little bit of a stretch, but I think first Ghost Rider is more of an activator. Maybe people aren't just aren't using the right cooks. The problem is, like, the card is really hard to play, is what I found. Like, because you want to play it out early, but if you don't get your payoff, it's actively, like, a really bad card to play, because if you don't have a cheap thing in your hand, he takes away a lot of his own power. And so you kind of are stuck holding it, and then by the time you actually get the thing for it, sometimes it comes too late. And I tried a fair amount of stuff with it. I couldn't crack the code on it. But I think if one of these decks is playable, if there's a deck that's playable with it, it's probably one of these. His power doesn't matter, just use him to slingshot. Well, like, you still need to draw the right payoff, right? Like, even if you're mainly focusing on him as if he's just being an activator, like, at that point, it just doesn't add much to the deck, because we already have activators, right? We have a Sif, we have a Blade. I think using it with Khonshu is just too cope. Khonshu is just too hard to build around if you're not playing an Apocalypse deck, is how I feel. Because you need another thing that is not Khonshu to, like, discard if you don't find your Khonshu. But I tried quite a bit of stuff with, like, Khonshu, both Ghost Riders. Like, I was very hyped on it. I was high on the card. I thought it would have some cool combos. And I do think it does have cool combos, but it needs more support. It's kind of like Dakin. Dakin came out, and he was just awkward. And then a year and a half later, he got, like, 2 more good support pieces, and now he's in one of the best decks in the game. La Calavera. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. So I think that's kind of where this card is. I don't think any amount of frying stuff up in the kitchen is going to break this card with the current card pool, or it just doesn't seem very good to me. There needs to be, like, if they want a dedicated Khonshu deck, it's like you need a way to, like, have better odds of finding the Khonshu, but there aren't that many ways to do that. Because every time I tried to build a Conchu deck that wasn't like the Apocalypse stuff, it just... You don't draw Conchu and then you're sad and your deck doesn't do anything. I tried Black Bolt stuff. I tried something like this. Something like this with Fenris and Samurai. I thought this could be cool. It's just... It's not great. It's not great. It's not a great time for this card, unfortunately. So, we give him time. Give him a little bit of time. He'll be cool eventually, probably. He spent so much time being on the outside looking in with Hela and standard discard. Now he's in the best version, yeah. You'd love to see a glow up like that. Kind of fire. Kind of fire. Almost as fire as this Red Wing split. Almost. What a crazy first split to get. I got this before they nerfed the banana rates. I'm very fortunate. The only card I don't have. Somehow I didn't have enough time to get him in high voltage. Well, you're not missing much. You're not missing much on this one. Maybe he'll see play with Nightmare. Maybe when Nightmare comes out and replaces the text on your cards, the first Ghost Rider will be played. Until then, or until we get more support. Are any of the other upcoming cards supporting him? I don't think so. Like what's even coming out? Schedule. Alright, so we have Ultron's Strange, Hydra Stomper. These are the most interesting cards of the month, I think. So, there'll be stuff to try with that. This card probably means people play Shadow King again. That's a card that we haven't seen in a while. Then we have SMA Cuckoo. This card seems pretty good. Definitely gives the like Iron Man gore deck kind of vibe. Also, if you want the I know a few people who asked about this. If you want this Spotlight Week, this is the last Spotlight Week. You can still get it if you do not update your game before the card comes out. So if you want Madam Web Aranya Hydra Stomper, like if you're trying to become a move gamer, it's a good week. If you don't have these cards, they're good cards. But I know traditional move's not super popular. Yeah, the return of Silk. Silk is back, Shirley. Let's see. Spotlights. So Surge. Give the top card of your deck -1 cost and +1 power. This card seems very strong if it releases like this. Seems quite strong. This is in the back row. Copy the text of the card in front of it. Dude, they murdered this card. One of your cards destroyed last turn gets revived here. This card was nutty as a 1-drop and then with activate, and then they made a 2/3 with on reveal, and I think it's not very good anymore. Or if it is good, I don't see where. CHP spotlights are gonna break me, yeah. They're pretty good. Or not spotlights, but variants, yeah. Yeah, this card fell off pretty hard, I think. I think the other version would have been too strong, but this version seems so weak. Then Zorn seems cool. This is what I'm excited about. Probably SMA's an interesting build around. I think Surge will be an interesting build around. And this will just be like a cool, like, kind of tech card. Honestly, this card could go... I would not be surprised if I played this in Scream over Iron Patriot. This card seems pretty decent for Scream. Just another good 2/3 that kind of fucks with how your opponent can play their cards. Or putting this in like a Sarah control, or I don't know, something like that. It's a cool card. I'm excited for this one. Oh, look at this Jeff. And then June, we have Merlin. Merlin seems cool. I'm looking forward to this one too. Starvey Sharon, get a wizardly incantation. I like how these make you like do some build around. They're not like generically good. Like this one's kind of generically good. This one I think is good, but you definitely need to build your deck around it to like toss something away. Same with this one. Just toss the shield away into your deck to get +2 energy. And then you top deck the shield. Be funny. Merlin's a Marvel character. He does exist in the Marvel universe. Yeah. It is true. He's going to be the season pass. You have Morgan Le Fay. This card... I don't see the appeal of this card very much. Although it's pretty good with a swarm. If you discarded a swarm, getting a swarm back with +3 power and then discarding it again and getting 2 6 power swarms is pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if discard toyed with that a little bit. I don't see it with destroy though. Although +3 power is a lot. +3 power is a lot, but does seem a little clunky. I guess maybe in a fire hair deck. You just don't have time for this, I think, is the issue. It's hard to have time to play this and then have time to play the cards. A Zoo discard with Swan, maybe? Yeah, I'm not super sold on this card. I don't remember what this does. Where's the reference card? Your characters here copy the text of one of your ongoing cards here. Okay. So you play a 3/5. 3/5's good stat line. The fact that I imagine this will change. These are far out cards, so they're the most likely to change. Playing a 3/5 that gives you this as a 3 mana card seems like too many hoops. Because, like, this could be powerful, copying your ongoing effects on other cards. But it requires having one ongoing in the lane. So your best case is you're copying onto 2 cards, because this takes up a space. This is the clunky card of the month. Yeah, I think it's... in the current form, it looks clunky. If you make this cheaper, maybe. If you make this a cheaper thing, like a 1 or a 2... I could see it. At 3, the fact that you have to play a 3-drop and then pay another 3 for that effect seems too slow to me. Nightmare. This is the fun one. This is the one that I think is gonna fuck shit up. Replace the text of each card in your hand with that of a random card that costs the same amount. I am ready to have a silenced Red Skull become an Iron Man. I'm ready for that timeline. This is going to be a great addition to the Sauron Surtur deck. And I think it'll make that deck better. Quite a bit better. It's already pretty good. Like, I played it last night. I was very impressed with it. I really like what they did to Sauron. It was a good change. Clea. This card is permanently gains power, out of flames the fault line, faultine, your hand. What does that do? It doesn't even say. I know it says it somewhere. Can I click on this? Oh, here it is. Afflict an enemy card here with -2. I imagine this will cost 0 or 1. I mean, this is a Kahori payoff, right? Kahori hits this, get a flame. We only have to wait 2 months for Kahori to... Oh, it says 1. Yeah, you're right. It does say 1. Okay. So yeah, you... Alright, here's our plan. Here's our game plan. We play this card. We play Kahori to buff it up a bunch, and then we activate Black Swan, and all of our things are free, and it will be glorious. Easy rank 1. Misty Knight procs too, yeah, with high evo. So for me, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm like 50-50 on cards I'm interested in. Like SMA, Surge, and Zorn are the cards I like next month. And then June, it's gonna be Merlin, Nightmare, maybe one of these. Even though I don't think this is gonna be great, it at least makes me interested to try it. And I'd be interested in trying this one too if they make the spell cost less. I wonder what they're gonna do with all these variants. Do we think they're just gonna jam these into the regular variant pool? Do you think some of them are gonna become ultimates? Like, because it's always been completely arbitrary how they do spotlights, right? Maybe make Hulk's mom relevant again. Yeah, they have some good arts. Could be a spotlight variant shop. It could be, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they could do it. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I was talking about this the other stream. The Anti-Venom's Cursed. Can we see what it looks like animated? They don't have that one. Unfortunate. But yeah, I could see them doing that because right now, like among the whales, what whales do is they buy the card for 6k tokens and then they spend their keys to get the spotlight. That's a common thing they do. So they're like paying more for the card to get the fancy art. And if I'm second dinner, I don't want that to stop happening. Because the whales already have more resources than they need most of the time, but that's like the one thing that actually does chunk away at their resources over time. So I would think they would want to keep that train going. But from what I've heard, it sounds like they're gonna deal with the spotlight stuff later, which makes me think that they're not going to be doing new spotlights. It's just going to be a rotation for the old ones. But maybe they treat it like Ultimates and they just give it its own spot in the store, and it's just like it's like a in between, you know, 1200 and Ultimate, because that's kind of what they are right now, right? They're more valuable than 1200s, but less valuable than Ultimates. We should also get some other new cards in these time frames, because they said they're going to be adding more Series 4 cards to the game. I guess we could go to... Does Snap Fan have all the unreleased cards? Series? I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna go do it on Snapzone. I think Snapzone has this. Collection cards. I haven't updated this in a long time. All right, yeah. Here are the like tokens. So this could be, this is one, let me blow this up so it's easier to see. So this could be a thing we get. I mean, I could see us getting this from what's it called? Sanctum returning? Astral projection. Just a spell as a card. Copy the text of an on-reveal card in your hand. This seems not great as a 3-drop, though. Although I guess you can Ravona it or negative it. Oh, this isn't a skill, though, because it's 0... Well, no, it probably just has 0 power because of... That's just how they template it on the website. Doesn't seem very good. This is the card I'm excited for. I don't know when it's going to come out, but when a card moves, follow it to gain +2. This card will be the card that gets Scream nerfed, probably. If she hasn't been nerfed by then. Cobra's coming soon-ish. I think next month. This card is kind of neat for nabbing a demon or some other created shit. Fucking over Arishem, stealing one of their cards. I like it. Dormammu. Why wasn't Dormammu in the... I guess he didn't have a spotlight, or did I miss it? I didn't see him at all. Dormammu's like the most exciting card. Oh, he's the pass card, that's why. Dormammu is so cool. We need more cards like Dormammu that give you a whole little song and dance to go through. Big fan of this. I think it's my most anticipated card. Fan fee. Activate, move your other cards here to the right. That's a hell of a mind game card. Dormammu's the Exodia of MarvelSnap, yeah. Especially fantasy variants aren't so expensive, yeah. This is interesting. Firestar, the card that never was, true. When can we get this bad boy? When can we get this bad boy? I think everyone would buy this card. Because Snap players love emoting. So if you can buff your emotes, like, say less. They should have released this for April Fools. It would have been so fucking good. Kid Omega, this will probably be during the X-Men season. Destroy the next card you play this turn to gain its power. So this is the card that's supposed to work with the one that resurrects. It's like, okay, activate this, blow up one of your next cards, and then bring it back. Cool. Shouldn't Kid Omega be the one dying? I don't know the lore. I don't know the lore. The lore is beyond my understanding. I don't know any of these X-Men characters, except I know Zorn is Magneto in disguise or something. I only know, like, my understanding of X-Men is largely from the 2000s Fox movies. Someday we'll get Mephisto. Probably not, but if you win this game, double your winnings. What a card. There's no world this card would ever see play like this. Except in, like, you know, there'd be some greedy negative player that would play it. Mercury, why is this spazzing out? 2/2, you can move this once, ongoing, enemy cards here can't move. Oh yeah, that's the card that dunks Scream. Yeah, this card will be pretty good, I think, if Scream is popular. Cool art, too. What else is there? Anything else? This is an old one. Your opponent has +12 power here at the end of turn. Destroy this. Yeah, this card isn't going to exist. This dares to ask the question, what if we made Gladiator worse? What's Night Nurse do? Where is she? Oh, I skipped her. This is an old data mine. Usually these ones that have been around since like the start of the game, she'll probably eventually get a card. It probably won't be this. On reveal, add all cards you discard or destroyed last turn to your hand. Yeah, I don't think this would be that great. But yeah, this is a really old data mine card. Like, launch old. Tombstone. Dude, why is it spazzing out? There it goes. Cost 1 if an enemy card was destroyed last turn. This card kind of can fill a similar role like Miles with like the Uncle Ben stuff. Although it seems like a harder condition to meet than Miles is in Scream. So I don't know if that's gonna be good enough, but it's at least an interesting addition to like tempo destroy stuff. Topaz. After you play a card here, move it to the middle location. That seems okay. Probably good with move. What's Yo-Yo? 1/2. When this card moves, move it back with +1 power. Sure, I guess. Sure, I suppose. Yeah, like it's not a super hard condition to meet. It's probably fine. So that gives you an idea of some cards we might be able to see in a like it sounds like the way they're going to be ramping up card acquisition is through Series 4, an additional like Series 4 card a month, if not more. But it sounds like they're not going to be just doing like, at least right away. I don't know if they have plans to do this or not, but it sounds like they're not going to do like new Series 5 cards that are outside of like the once a week or like, you know, the pass and then a new card during that week. It sounds like they're going to be doing like Series 4 cards to add extra cards, which is good, I think. Because the cool thing about Series 4 is if you don't really want it, you can wait, and then you can wait for a few of them to be together, and then you go for the cheaper packs and just pick them up for cheaper when you eventually want to play them. Because most of the Series 4 cards are, like a lot of the event ones are kind of mediocre. So you don't really need them. Alright, let's, actually, we are in an ad. I'm going to use this opportunity to run to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll play some more games with the Red Wing, deck. Thanks for hanging out. Be right back. Okie dokie. Let's see. Any new comments? Oh, it's a blob. Do I discard it now? I think I do. The only punish is if we find Black Knight next turn. Statistically, that's unlikely. Okay, well, good news, bad news. Good news, if he found the Black Knight this turn, it wouldn't have worked out. For discarding that. The bad news is it actually would have worked out because he drew a fucking Infinite. So really it's more bad news, bad news. But, oh well. Bro, I'm running out of board space. Bruh, stop it. Fucking stop it. I'm getting all the cards I don't need. And there aren't even good pulls from this. Fuck. I can't even pull a Ghost Rider. What's the best thing I can pull here? Red Wing, I guess. I'm not gonna play it. Actually, wait. No, I don't have any big things left in the deck to blink it. Oh my god. This is bad. This is bad, chat. This is very bad. We need like a Ghost Rider top deck. Alright. I don't think I can stay on this, sadly. Bummer. Bummer. We would have fucked him up if we had if we decided to hold. Could have had a big Black Knight. Unfortunate. Do do do. You heard what I said. Oh no. Do I hold? I think I do hold in case I top deck Black Knight. I don't love this. I don't love it at all. Unless we pull Hulkling. Maybe I should have played one of the 1-drops to increase my odds. Ouch. Now we're gonna top deck Black Knight. No, just another not playable card. Oh, feels bad, man. Ooh. Someone in the comments suggested making Captain Carter a 4/7. That's wild. That's wild, bro. Next patch, Red Wing goes to 6/3. Red Wing buffs will continue until morale improves. Oh, God, dude, why? Why is he a destroyer? Do it, please. 4/7 Carter. Ah, shit. I mean, I'm gonna play it. No! Disaster. Okay, I have an idea. Hear me out. Hear me out, chat. We have an idea. Oh my God, please stop. Stop bullying me, Stefan. Stop bullying me. He's bullying me, chat. Someone make him stop. Someone make him stop, please. I don't like being bullied. It's mean. Upgrading this Black Knight doesn't do very much for me. I mean, we're pretty dead here. Oh. Wait. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm dead, but fuck it. I'm gonna put him on not having 7 points in the middle. He probably has 7 points, but his decks are usually kind of like small ball-y though, so. It's very obvious what I'm doing. Leech. Oh, he's gonna Negasonic me. Yep. GG. Stefan is a Negasonic enjoyer. If I wanted to play around it, I could have tried by Spider Islanding. But if he didn't have Negasonic, it's a 50-50 to always lose the game. I should have thought about that, though, because it's not a Stefan deck if it's not running Negasonic. That's just the rule. Rip Supergiant, yeah. I remember when Supergiant was a more played card. Oh, it's never been super played, but I think Supergiant like a fucking 4/7 or something. Good cards deck is just as cringe as the era of Arrow Leader. But it's like nowhere near as good as Arrow and Leader were. I mean, just the way Snap is designed, there'll always be like a good cards shell, right? Yeah. I mean, the Black Knight thing would have countered if we had it. Right? It is always Leader. That is true. Real ones get that reference. I hope I don't pull the Ghost Rider. I think we just set up a 50-50 here. Actually, it's not 50-50 because we're going to get a Ebony Blade, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, it could pull the Blade. That's fine. As long as it doesn't pull the Ghost Rider, I'm fine. As long as it doesn't pull the Ghost Rider. Although, it's not looking great. Now I can just jam Thanos. Okay, well. It actually couldn't have pulled the thing. Well, it pulled the worst card, so we get fucked. Unfortunate. Yeah, they're gonna get the Iron Patriot card, and then we're going to die, probably. Seems like that's what's gonna happen here. Yeah. Bummer. Big bummer. We could pull a big thing out. There is a 2 in 3 chance of us pulling a big thing out. So, fuck it. What did they play on the right? Oh. I see. Bummer. Yeah, we can't get saved by Magneto, fortunately. Oh, we tried. We certainly tried. Okay, hear me out. C5 Red Wing. I'm listening. You have my attention. Is there any Hulkling effect that could have saved us? Well, no, because Hulkling doesn't get the effect in the deck. So he's just a Hulk. You just played this person. They're on discard. Wait, he did get an effect? Use Tribunal? Pretty sure he doesn't get the effect until he's drawn. Oh no, it's game start. You're right. Huh. I thought it was when he was drawn, but no. I'm wrong on that one. Yeah, it's start of game. You just don't see it until you draw him. Yeah, they are discard. I think every OTA can gets buffed, but then he just undoes it. Yes. Okay. London's real good for them. Quadruple Morbius is fucking disgusting. Okay. We can't upgrade that to anything. We could upgrade a Sif with Blink into Ghost Rider. I mean, we're still very dead, right? Order. I guess I should put it on the right. Don't worry, Modok's only a 5/7. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Modok's only a 5/7. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? What even was our... Does anyone remember what the Hulkling was? It's Onslaught. It was Onslaught. What if they didn't draw it? Then we're fine. You have to wonder what the conditions are where the opponent snaps. Yeah. I do wonder that. I mean, I guess for all we know, fucking Modok is at their bottom 3 cards, and they're feeling a little awkward about it, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Do, 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 do. Orca. Gonna let you guys in on a secret. I'm not feeling great about this deck right now. I'm not feeling too great about it. But we just got Kahori, so that could all change. I don't think it's going to change. At least we're guaranteed value here. We just got Kahori and it's gonna change for the better. Hey, I never said it's gonna change for the better. I just said it's gonna change. And it did change. We got the worst possible pull. We got the only card that was actively bad. Jesus. Damn, I even had a nice little streak with this deck before where it was giving me hope. Kahori did that, yeah. It's funny, fucking Khonshu being added to the pool actually made this deck worse. It actually made this deck worse with Emperor Hulkling, because now it doesn't always work for discard fodder. I think we're gonna have to throw this one in the bin. Sag. I think this one's going in the bin, folks. Sucks to suck, but maintain Emperor Hulkling as a copium card. What better deck to play a copium card in though than a copium deck, you know? This is new stream time now. No. I'm not turning back to a nighttime streamer. I just need to unfuck my sleep schedule. I always stream later on OTA days though. This was a little later than normal, but stream time's gonna try and go back to what it was, because I prefer that time. They're fucking killing me out here, man. They're fucking killing me out here. Oh. 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 Wait, I win? Wait, do I win? I think so. I do win. We win by 1. Crazy. The copium was strong with this one, and it actually paid off. I think I should stop flying my head. I'm not actually ahead, though. I am probably behind. Alright, I need to close some of these fucking tabs. My stats. This deck is so back. Yep. Where's the deck? Refresh. Well, we're 9 and 13, but we're dead even. Patriot time. Can try it. Ready to cope. Ready to huff the copium. All right, we have the captains. We just need to draw Samuel Wilson, and then okay, that's a card. we do here? Probably this. Really? Well, that happened. Oh, and they have a Red Hulk too. Lovely. Lovely. Winning? Surely. I'm just... save ourselves some time. The classic turn 1 Galactus. Should have played around it. And here I was thinking, huh, it's weird they didn't play for the lane that gets them an extra energy. Wasn't so weird. Wasn't so weird of a play after all. Skill issue it seems, yep. It is a skill issue. We just need to get good. Makes me want to play Galactus, as it should. Honestly, that's probably an upgrade. Assemble. Haha! Who's looking silly now, sir? Oh, and Dazzler's a great draw. Did I play this here? Kind of opens me up to getting shanged. So I think I'd rather just play this. Okay. The more I'm looking at the curve of my deck, where I'm like, man, we are not going to get our early game super often, are we? Thirsty cactus. Well, they are in the desert after all. Oh shit. Hello, Black Knight Enjoyer. Based. Based Black Knight Enjoyer. You love to see it. Okay, I don't love to see that. I don't love to see that. Gee, I wonder what card they're gonna play on turn 4. It's a mystery. Chad, I think we might be cooked. I think we might be a little cooked. Oh my god, they're greeting it. They're greeting it. Why would you greet that? I feel so disrespected. And they're straight greeting it. I mean, I'm dead. They drew their whole deck, so they're gonna have Ghost Rider. They play the big card now. They play Ghost Rider next turn. I guess it depends where they play it, maybe. But I mean, they drew their whole deck. They have the means to kill me. Unfortunately. The most I can put down is not nearly enough. At least we know we're not the only Black Knight Coper on the ladder. Got that going for us. Genuinely though, what the fuck are they thinking about? What is there to think about? You did the thing. You drew your whole deck. You should be good. I was trying to figure out if there was a way to do like a Black Knight Scar thing, but nothing I put together for that seemed worth. Maybe they think you have Shang? Yeah, I guess that's fair. They don't really know what I'm playing. I mean, they know I'm playing a bunch of ongoing cards, but... yeah, it's not been great. It's not been too good. But that's okay. Today was about playing some weird shit, and we definitely did that. Alright, this is a promising hand. I would really like to find a way to make Carter work, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. Alright. That's not bad. I only play Carter. Your deck was like one of the better Carter decks on Untapped. Arishem. Man, I want to snap, but I'm a little afraid. Probably find Ultron. Yeah, I could see doing Squirrel Girl over Doom. Speaking of... this fucker. Oh, wait, we got our own Doom. Do, do, do. Joke's on you, fucker. You used that Goliath one turn too early. Watch the you know what what's gonna happen? Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna play Odin, and I'm gonna question my life decisions that have led me up to this moment. That's pretty fancy. Using the 2099 border on Arishem for maximum value. Respect. Let's go! We didn't lose. Feels good, man. They had us cooked if they held that Goliath. I was off of Nick Fury too. No, he did blow it too early. Yeah, my credit stockpile is getting up there. We're halfway to the cap. Halfway to the cap, baby. We are, in fact, halfway there. This seems good. We have the Captain Curve out. Ah, shit. It's annoying. Still this. Still this. Thor. Based. Based alert. You know, I tried to use that command the other day, Blue. It's there. I see it in Nightbot, but the bot doesn't do it. I don't know why.
You are coping and seething.
We were just talking about that pasta the other day.
You're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is
Scalding and now you are molding. Coping so hard.
Coping and seething.
Hog. Very good. It's frightening. Is it actually just this? I think it is. As much as I want to Ultron, this is so many points, and Shang-Chi isn't real. Nor is Enchantress, so... We're so dead. We're so fucking dead. But it's so huge. Omega Red? What the fuck? Oh, Iron Patriot. Shadow King? Enchantress. Excuse me while I find the nearest bridge. Oh, they get Patriot buffs. That's kind of funny. It's not enough, but... my opponent saw I was trying to have fun. They said, no time for that. That's what you get for playing Captain Carter, you dumb fuck. That's what they had to say to me. Ha, you tried to play the mediocre season pass card and do something cool with it. Maybe think about your actions next time before you do that.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously,
This deck
the
is so
environment has
ass.
salt. The ceiling salt, the
It's
floor
so
salt, the walls are
ass.
salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
We had a cool curve out too. We were doing our thing. Well, the Doom did win us a game. I'm fully aware though that Patriot's dog shit. But such is life. What are you gonna do? Belongs in the trash is where I landed. Why can't they just, like, release cards that make me excited to, like, build decks, you know? How dare you, yeah. How dare you play new cards? Yeah, playing new cards isn't allowed. Alright. We're doing something here. Rude, but sure. Oh. That's clever. Clever girl. Duplicis is always doing some fun cooking. Do 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 do. Shang Enchantress every deck, bro. Yeah, easy win. We obviously need the OG Cyclops to get more power, yeah. Give Cyclops a point, you know? Nice. Finally did something. Yeah, snap packs look cool. I'm looking forward to them. Should be fun. Should be helpful for people getting the cards they want, which is what I want. I think agency is good. Any catch up yet, or is that it? So, so like that I think will help quite a bit. I imagine they'll probably want to do more, I imagine they probably want to do more, like, so they're planning on doing like these themed packs, which I think will help with catch up, where it's like they put discard stuff in a pack, they put archetypes in a packs. But I think they should do like, I think they should do some kind of like welcome back thing for people. Personally. Try and blow them out here. I say yes. Love that they just sold pre-made decks with a discount for cards you already own. That would be nice. Be very nice. I agree. Okay, this goes here. What is in the box? What is in the box? The box has Moonstone, Captain Carter, Blue Marvel, Ultron, Zabu. Most of these are pretty good. 1, 2, 3 out of 5 are good. Really? Well,
There's no strings on me.
I mean, I think we win. I think we win the game. Hobgoblin into dead, yep. They stayed? Oh my god, wait. No, 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 no. That's misery. It's fine. I guess we could lose. Doesn't seem likely, though. But I suppose it's possible. I'm going to do unspeakable things. Yeah, that makes sense. The standard Killmonger in the Kahori deck. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, well, suck my balls, MarvelSnap. I'm gonna go play a game that is not dog shit. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had fun. I I had fun with the streaming, not so much playing the fucking game, but such is life. Such is life. I'm out. Send you to... Send you guys to Crime Afoot. Crime Afoot. Just tune in when I have the same feelings. Yeah. Just one of them days. Everyone has those days. Everyone makes mistakes. The great words of Miley Cyrus, you know. Show 'em some love. Have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow. Later.